Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, where you will discover how to stay strong, healthy, and active at any age. Want bigger, stronger arms after 50? Age doesn't mean you have to settle for smaller, weaker arms. You can still build impressive biceps and triceps in your 50s, 60s, and beyond. But you need to train them the right way. In this video, I'm going to show you the exercises and training principles you need to build bigger, stronger arms. If you're over 50 and you want bigger, stronger arms, I have some good news for you. You can still build muscle, strength, and impressive arms in your 50s, 60s, and beyond. But before we start, I want to ask you a question. Do you know what can make your arms look much bigger? Most people would probably say the biceps. After all, when somebody says, "Show me your muscles," what's the first thing we do? We flex our biceps. But if bigger arms are your goal, there's another muscle you need to pay even more attention to. Your triceps. The triceps make up roughly 2/3 of the muscle volume of your upper arm. So if you want your arms to look bigger, thicker, and more powerful, developing your triceps is extremely important. That's why doing curl after curl isn't enough. Of course, we want strong, well-developed biceps. They give the front of the arm that classic shape when you flex. But we also want thick, powerful triceps that add size to the back of the arm and contribute significantly to the overall appearance of your arms. And that's exactly what we're going to work on today. I'm going to show you 6 effective exercises for building both your biceps and your triceps. And I'll also explain some of the training principles that can help you continue building muscle after 50. You don't need 15 different exercises. You don't need to spend 2 hours training your arms. You need the right exercises, good form, progressive overload, proper nutrition, enough recovery, and most importantly, consistency. So if you're ready to build bigger, stronger arms, let's get started. Exercise 1. Barbell or easy bar curls. We're starting with one of the classics, the barbell curl. This is a simple and effective exercise for building your biceps, and because it's easy to track your weight and repetitions, it's also a great exercise for progressive overload. Stand tall with your chest up and hold the bar with your palms facing forward. Keep your elbows close to your sides. Now curl the bar upward by bending your elbows. As you reach the top, contract your biceps. Then lower the bar slowly and under control. Don't just let the weight fall back down. That lowering portion of the repetition is part of the exercise. One of the biggest mistakes I see with curls is using too much weight. You start with a curl and suddenly it becomes a hip swing. You're leaning backward, throwing the weight up, and using momentum instead of your biceps. If you need your entire body to move the bar, the weight is probably too heavy. Use a weight you can control. And remember, you're not competing with the person next to you. You're training your muscles. If a straight bar feels uncomfortable on your wrists or elbows, try an easy bar. For most people, 3 sets of around 8 to 12 repetitions is a good place to start. Exercise 2. Incline dumbbell curls. The second exercise is the incline dumbbell curl. Sit on an incline bench and allow your arms to hang naturally down by your sides. From this position, curl the dumbbells toward your shoulders while keeping your upper arms relatively still. Then lower the dumbbells slowly back to the starting position. Because your arms begin behind your torso, The biceps can experience a strong stretch at the bottom of the movement. Don't rush this exercise, and don't worry if you need to use lighter weights than you normally use for standing curls. That's perfectly fine. We're trying to make the biceps work. We're not trying to see how much weight we can throw around. Try 2 or 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. And if this position doesn't feel comfortable for your shoulders, use another curl variation that feels better for you. Exercise 3. Hammer curls. Our third biceps exercise is the hammer curl. Hold a dumbbell in each hand with your palms facing your body. Instead of rotating your hands forward as you curl, keep that neutral grip throughout the movement. Curl the dumbbells upward, control the movement, and lower them slowly. Hammer curls train the biceps, but they also work the brachialis and the muscles of the forearm. And developing the brachialis can contribute to that thicker appearance we're looking for in the upper arm. This is why I like combining traditional curls with hammer curls. We're not just trying to make the biceps look good from one angle, we want strong, thick arms overall. Try 2 or 3 sets of around 10 to 15 repetitions, and once again, don't swing the dumbbells. If you can't control the weight, reduce it. Your muscles don't know the number written on the dumbbell. They know tension. Now let's talk about the triceps. We've trained the biceps. Now we're moving to the muscle that can make an even bigger difference to the overall size of your arms. The triceps. Remember what I said earlier. The triceps make up roughly 2/3 of your upper arm muscle volume. So if your goal is bigger arms, don't treat your triceps as an afterthought. You can spend all day doing curls, but if you're neglecting your triceps, you're neglecting a huge part of your upper arm development. So remember this. Bigger arms need bigger triceps. Let's train them. Exercise 4. Close grip bench press. Our first triceps exercise is the close grip bench press. I like this movement because it allows you to train the triceps with more resistance than many isolation exercises. Lie on the bench and grip the bar slightly narrower than you would for a normal bench press. But don't make the mistake of putting your hands extremely close together. You want a grip that allows you to press comfortably without putting unnecessary stress on your wrists. Lower the bar under control, then press the weight upward, focusing on extending your elbows and using your triceps. Because this is a compound movement, your chest and shoulders will also be involved. But with the narrower grip and proper technique, the triceps are doing plenty of work. Try around 3 sets of 6 to 10 repetitions. Because we're using heavier resistance here, technique and safety are especially important. Don't add weight just because your ego tells you to. Add weight when you're ready for it. Exercise 5. Overhead triceps extensions. Next, we have the overhead triceps extension. This is one of my favorite triceps exercises because the overhead position places the long head of the triceps in a lengthened position, and the long head contributes significantly to the overall mass of your triceps. You can perform this exercise with a dumbbell or a cable. Bring the resistance overhead. Bend your elbows and lower the weight behind your head. Then extend your elbows and contract your triceps at the top. Keep the movement controlled. Don't use your entire body to move the weight, and don't rush through your repetitions. You want to feel the triceps working? Try 2 or 3 sets of around 10 to 15 repetitions. If overhead extensions don't feel good on your shoulders or elbows, don't force them. There are plenty of other triceps exercises you can use. The best exercise isn't the one somebody tells you that you must do. It's an effective exercise that you can perform safely, comfortably, and consistently. Exercise 6. Cable triceps push-downs. Our final exercise is the cable triceps push-down. You can use a rope, straight bar, or another attachment that feels comfortable. Stand in front of the cable machine and keep your elbows close to your sides. Push the attachment downward by extending your elbows. At the bottom, contract your triceps. Then allow the weight to return slowly and under control. Don't allow your elbows to move all over the place, and don't lean your whole body onto the cable just to move more weight. Keep the movement controlled and make the triceps do the work. Try 2 or 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions, and after your biceps exercises and these 3 triceps movements, your arms have received plenty of work. But here's where things get really important, because simply knowing the exercises isn't enough. You need progressive overload. If you want your arms to grow, you need to give your muscles a reason to adapt. And that's where progressive overload comes in. Progressive overload simply means gradually increasing the challenge placed on your muscles over time. That doesn't mean you have to add weight every workout. Maybe you're doing barbell curls for 8 repetitions today. After some training, you can do 9, then 10. Eventually, you can perform 12 good repetitions with the same weight. At that point, you might increase the weight slightly and begin building your repetitions again. Progress can also mean better technique, more control, a fuller range of motion, or completing the same workout with better performance. Small improvements matter. Don't worry about what somebody else in the gym is lifting. Your competition is the person you were yesterday. How often should you train your arms? Now, you might be wondering, how often should I train my arms? You don't need to train them every day. Remember, your arms are already working during many other exercises. Your biceps help during rows, pull-downs, and other pulling movements. Your triceps help during bench presses, shoulder presses, push-ups, and other pressing exercises. So you need to consider your entire training program. For many people, directly training the arms around twice per week can be a practical starting point. You might add biceps and triceps exercises to your upper body workouts. Or, if you enjoy training arms, you could have a dedicated arm session. The key is giving your muscles enough training to stimulate growth while also giving them enough time to recover. Training more isn't automatically better. Don't forget protein. If you want bigger arms, training is only part of the equation. You also need to support muscle growth with good nutrition. And one of the most important things to pay attention to is protein. Protein provides amino acids your body uses to maintain and build muscle tissue. Build your diet around nutritious foods and include protein-rich options such as eggs, fish, chicken, lean meats, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, beans, lentils, and other foods that fit your diet. And don't save all your protein for one meal. It's practical to include protein throughout the day. For people doing resistance training, around 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day is a commonly used evidence-based target, although individual requirements vary. Supplements can be convenient, but don't let them distract you from the fundamentals. Your training, overall diet, protein intake, sleep, and consistency matter far more than looking for some miracle product. Recovery is part of building muscle. This becomes especially important as we get older. Your muscles don't grow while you're doing curls. Training provides the stimulus. Recovery gives your body the opportunity to adapt. So don't think you have to destroy your arms every single workout. You don't need to leave the gym unable to move your elbows. Challenge your muscles, then allow them to recover. Get enough sleep, eat well, manage your training volume, and pay attention to what your body is telling you. Muscle fatigue is one thing. Persistent joint pain is another. If an exercise causes pain, don't just keep forcing it because somebody told you it's the best exercise. Adjust the exercise, the resistance, your technique, or your range of motion. And if pain persists, get it assessed by an appropriate healthcare professional. The goal isn't just to build bigger arms for the next month. The goal is to stay strong and keep training for years. Final message. If you're over 50, don't believe that getting older means you have to accept becoming weaker and losing all your muscle. You can still train. You can still improve. You can still get stronger. And yes, you can still build bigger arms. But remember the big lesson from today's video. When people want bigger arms, they usually think about the biceps. And of course, build those biceps. But don't forget what's sitting on the other side of your arm, your triceps. If you want your arms to look bigger, thicker, and stronger, train your triceps. Bigger arms need bigger triceps. Combine that with strong biceps, progressive overload, good nutrition, enough protein, proper recovery, and consistency. And give yourself time. You won't build impressive arms from one workout. You build them by showing up week after week, month after month, and continuing to make progress. Whether you're 50, 60, or beyond, don't spend your time thinking about what you could have done 20 years ago. Focus on what you can do today. Start where you are. Train intelligently. Keep getting stronger. And remember, it's never too late. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notification so you never miss future videos on healthy aging, exercise, and nutrition. Until next time, stay strong and stay active.